This story started with a phone call from a terrified daughter asking her mother for help. Her name was Makayla Renee Settles. She was 18, bubbly, kind, full of life. She loved pulling pranks, making people laugh, and she still called her mom, Mommy. She dreamed of becoming a nail technician, an entrepreneur, someone who built her own future. She was still so young, still innocent, a kid with her whole life ahead of her. In July 2025, Makayla moved from North Carolina to Moore Park, California, to live with her biological father, Stephen Vincent Chavez, and to be closer to the college she hoped to attend. According to her family, that fresh start lasted less than 48 hours. On July 21st, Makayla called her mother, Carolina Sandoval, in distress, scared, crying, begging to be picked up. Carolina, still in town, rushed to her.
Fear in her voice, her crying, I didn't need details. I knew something was wrong, and I said I'm on the way.
Family members say Makayla could barely walk. Her uncle had to carry her. At the hospital, a forensic exam, a rape kit, was performed. According to the family and Fox 11 reporting, it showed the presence of Stephen Vincent Chavez's DNA. They say she had been assaulted for hours. Her hospital gown, they recall, was soaked in blood. Authorities arrested Chavez the same day. Court records show he was charged with felony incest, abuse of a position of trust, a vulnerable victim enhancement, and providing alcohol to a minor. He pleaded not guilty and was released on $250,000 bail that night. But what has drawn increasing public attention is not only what was alleged, but the charges that were, and were not, filed. Police records reportedly indicate Chavez was initially arrested on suspicion of forcible rape. Yet no rape charge appears in the filed case. This has become a major source of frustration and heartbreak for Makayla's family. The Ventura County District Attorney's Office has stated that its sexual assault unit is prosecuting the case to the fullest extent possible, and that prosecutors file charges based on what they believe they can prove beyond a reasonable doubt. And that may be one of the hardest parts of this story to process. Not only what is alleged, but what happens when a criminal case continues after the person at the center of it is no longer here to testify. According to family accounts, Makayla struggled deeply in the months after the alleged assault. Relatives describe her as ambitious, hopeful, driven, an amazing girl, a little entrepreneur. She had completed nail training. She was preparing to begin working. She had plans. But on December 22, 2025, family members say Makayla attempted to take her own life. Emergency responders revived her and transported her to a hospital where she was placed into a medically induced coma. 6 days later, she was declared brain dead. Her mother later said, "I feel like I handed her over to the devil."
If I'm being 100% honest, it feels like I handed my daughter to the devil.
She said her daughter's sunshine had been taken away, that he had broken her soul. Makayla's family has been open about the devastation of losing her. A preliminary hearing in the case is scheduled for May 19, 2026, at 8 a.m. in Courtroom 14. Makayla's family and supporters plan to be there. They continue to fight for justice in her name. Makayla deserved to live her life, to chase her dreams, to be protected. What does justice look like in a case like this? How should prosecutors weigh what can be alleged against what they believe they can prove? And how does a family move forward when the person they say they are fighting for is no longer here to speak for herself? A father is often seen as someone meant to provide protection and safety, which may be one reason allegations like these feel so deeply difficult to comprehend. Her family has set up a GoFundMe to help with legal costs and to keep her story alive. The link is in the description. We'll follow the May 19th hearing and provide an update in a future chapter. But for now, that's where this chapter ends.